Shemai everyone, and welcome to this class on creating an artist research page. So this is supporting last lesson's artist brainstorm sheet. So hopefully you all handed that in and it's done, because that's going to really help you for your class today. What is an artist research page? An artist research page is an in-depth insight into an artist that you're interested in learning more about. You should include background information regarding who the artist is and where they are from, what material they use, why and how they create their artwork, and your opinion. And you can see that I've highlighted these keywords because you'll notice this was what was in our artist brainstorm sheet. So you wouldn't have an artist research page without doing some research and written annotation. So this is integral to a successful artist research page, and we're going to look over that first before we look at some visual examples, how to do a title, photographs, images, etc. So the best way to remember what to include is by using this method. This is when we explore who, what, why, how and opinion. And in the artist brainstorm lesson, I also encouraged you to use the Welsh language, so that's pwy, beth, pam, sut a barn. And I want to quickly recap over these. So who is the artist? You should include their name, where they are from and a brief description. And you should always make sure that you have at least 3 facts. And then we want to know what materials have they used. So what type of artwork is it? This box focuses on the materials in their work. Have they used card, fabric, cardboard, wood, metal, or is it a collage, a print, a drawing, a sculpture, a painting? You should go into detail and describe the way it looks. And then you should include why are they making the work. So perhaps there's something that inspires them. You can look for this information online, particularly on their websites. It usually says this in the About section. So it could be landscapes that they're inspired by, buildings, a particular theme, or maybe a colour. And if you're not sure, then just guess. And then we have how do they create the work. So this is similar to the what box, but we need to write in more detail about the techniques that the artist is using. For example, if the artist is using paint, how are they using that paint? Are they throwing it on the page or are they using a small brush? If they're drawing lines, how are they drawing them? Make sure to write this down on your artist research page. And lastly, we want to hear your opinion about the artist's work. So avoid saying things like, it's good or it's nice without expanding on your sentences. Try to use creative language to show you're able to compose considered and detailed sentences. So for example, I am inspired by artist's name because, similar to artist's name, my work explores the theme. My least favourite work by artist's name is because, or my favourite part of artist's name work is because. Expanding on your opinion by saying because is what gets you the higher marks. Hopefully, if you were with me last lesson, you've completed all your writing already, so today you just get to concentrate on the visuals, so the title, photographs, that type of thing. So now that we've properly got all the writing details aside, I'd like to introduce you to some examples. And this is one that I found on Google. Unfortunately, I don't know the name of the person who made it, but you can see they've included this beautiful artwork inspired by the artist that they're looking at. This person has looked at the same artist, but you can see there's completely different visuals for it, so it gives off a different feel. So you can see that they've used marker pen, maybe some type of watercolour on it, but they've also included all that lovely annotation around it to give it some context. And now this one shows a different artist and a different sketchbook, and they've used a lot of printed photographs. So you might want to print out your photographs, perhaps you want to collage them, maybe you could cut a printed photo in half and then draw the rest of it. And they've included all their writing at the top and some down the side as well, and you can see they've got a title going up the edge. And then another sketchbook by here where they've kind of put their text throughout their artist research page, and they've also given it subheadings, which is a really good thing to do. So by subheadings I mean labelling your text, so you might put who above the section that you include all the factual information about the artist. So I've given you lots of examples here, guys, to get you inspired, but they all have some things in common. For example, they have a decorative title, and you can find ideas for these fonts online as well. They have a background or a border, so perhaps this is painted or coloured in with colouring pencils. And they have photographs or images on there that have been printed out, or maybe they've been created by the pupil. So for example, they've done a sketching or watercolour to really lift up the artist research page. So presentation is extremely important in art. We want it to look visually appealing as well as it being informative. So you need to include a decorative title, a designed border or background, photographs of the artist's work, and all your clear annotation boxes. So you should have 5. And I've included a short clip here of someone creating their own artist research page on YouTube, and it's by Mrs. Way's Art Room. So I suggest you go and watch that video after this lesson has finished. There's also so many videos on YouTube, guys, about GCSE sketchbooks, perhaps A-star work or maybe not A-star work. They just want to show you the kinds of stuff that they did. Maybe it'll be good for you to get some ideas. So I would definitely suggest having a look at GCSE sketchbooks and seeing what you can find. So for your brief task then, or main task today, what I'd like you to do is create an artist research page on Bobby Doherty. I think last lesson I was calling him Bobby Doherty, so I pronounced his name wrong. But you should use your artist brainstorm sheets to support your annotation and have fun. And you can use whatever materials you would like to. I would suggest using 2 sheets of A4 paper and perhaps sellotaping down the middle and turning it over, or an A3 sheet of paper. If this is really a problem, just let me know and we can organise something else. Perhaps you'll have to do it on 2 separate A4 sheets. So good luck and hoil for now.